Okay, for those who are new to our platform, so we are building a club around an organization named Futurist Society. The Futurist Society actually is building around knowledge, because it's one of the fundamentals we need to build a great civilization and also a great society. So futurist for what reason? Because we progressists, we're not going on regression. So we challenge every day the status quo because we're gonna move forward. Futurism, it's all about progress, movement with progress. I remember what Mr. Denzel Washington said, movement are just movement. Movement without goals are just movement. And the ultimately fuels for disappointment. But have movements and have goals. I mean yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. You're gonna reach result. And don't expect just to make a living, expect to make a difference. So here with the CEO program, by this word, you're gonna use this, you're gonna use this to make progress into your life and to make a difference. Probably one of these days being part of what you try to build to be the most select club, one of the most select club we're gonna build around the FBC. It is the Futurist Billionaires Club. It's not just talking, but we have pillar, you know. On our actual research for cryptocurrencies or any kind of platform of investment, you know, we always put privacy, you know, privacy first, because you need to be safe, you, yourself, your family, and so on. So privacy for us is an important pillar of building wealth. And then we have the wealth itself, and we name wealth the amount of time you can make a living without having a paycheck from your business, from your work, from anywhere, you know. How much time can you live? Some people just a second the dead, you know. Some people just a month, some people just some weeks. So they have 1 hour wealth only, or 2 weeks wealth, because they have a bi-weekly paycheck. So after 2 weeks, it's done, you know. But there is people here we name wealthy, who have got like 10 years wealth. So 10 years, whatever they have a paycheck for nobody, they can make a living. That wealth. That's what I said, there is a big difference between being rich and being wealthy. So that's the difference, you know. And also the difference between having money and being rich, you know. You have $1 in your pocket, it's money. You can't avoid it. It's money. $1 in your pocket, it's money. But it don't make you rich. You have money. You can have 1 million in your pocket, it's also money, but it don't make you rich, because it's not a steady check of 1 million. You're gonna spend it, you know, you're gonna fade away. So let's go back to the CEO, actual CEO program 730. And the CEO program 730 is built for everybody coming in US, everybody from overseas with the intent of to come to US, student and whatever person who are legally here in US. But you have to have a discussion first. Just like I put the mention here, don't start a business unless it's an obsession. No, if it's not obsessed on doing business, just don't start. And all this program, just don't come neither, because don't start a business unless it's an obsession, because it's gonna be challenging, but those challenges form your personality. Those challenges will change you. The challenge will even hard you more money in pocket, you know. All the time we're gonna solve them. it's just the same way with kind of marriage, but here you have more leverage because you are the one doing business. You're not married to your business, so your business gonna give you a headache. You're gonna see on paper, so you're gonna solve them. But people are gonna give you a headache you can't see on their heart. The heart is hardened. Everything's right on the heart of someone, you can't see that, but the business is recording. So that's the leverage you have here. So I don't want to spend too much time around this kind of example, but let's go back to this mention, like what I have been writing down after the CEO program. Don't start a business unless it's an obsession. Always remember that. And your business is a pathway to success. So you're gonna set up other kind of objectives. So what I can do for you. So what I can do for you is what I provide on what I'm gonna put on the table for you, to do business with us. I said us because it's an organization. The program for actually I'm alone working on all of this, so it makes sense to use the us because I'm watching the future. I'm standing at the future. Like at the future slot. Let's say that. So I'm gonna provide first filing for your business formation. Now, whatever is an LLC, whatever it's a corporation, SOC code, whatever you wanna go for, we wanna go for a privately owned company. We're gonna go a publicly owned company for an IPO. Whatever we're gonna do for the form of the business, we're gonna discuss about it, and then at the end, me, by my background on federal filing and also as a federal tax professional and agent, I'm gonna provide the whole filing to make sure that we don't do mistakes, and the 730 rules will apply, and 70-30 rule will apply. Yes, 70-30 for us and 30% for you. And you're gonna have the privilege of being the CEO and to apply the vision of your business. You're gonna have some discussion for what match and what doesn't, but most of the time you're gonna have more leverage in front of your all employees. So after filing for the formation, I can provide other kind of filing, like filing for your federal identification, your business federal ID. Let's say it's 730, our business federal ID or EIN. I will file for the creation of business and employee-based bank accounts, because you can do business with a normal bank account, because you need to have credit for the business and also sometimes credit for yourself. I mean, credit score. People mostly need it out here. Is like your financial identity, the way you deal with money. So bank can give you more money, but there is two kind of credit score: business-based kind of credit score and personal-based kind of credit score. So it judge you at the individual level to have a personal-based credit score. It judge you at the business level to have more leverage when doing business. So, and then the fourth will be, I will review your business plan for approval. So you're gonna come with a business plan. That will be the second part, what you can do. And I'm gonna review the business plan, and I wanna see if we can approve it, if your business plan is applicable based on the niche or your target marketplace. So I'm gonna try to do some search if needed, like quantitative and qualitative searching, this kind of things. Let's see. And then we're gonna go to the next one. We have the definition. I'm gonna define an action plan. So what I name an action plan is an order of execution of tasks to make sure we are following the right order. You don't put on the carriage, you don't put the carriage on top and all horse at the back. At least you are going at the reverse direction, you know. I'm going north, so the all horses will be heading north and the carriage will be at the back. No, the reverse don't work. At least you're going south. And the all things on the action plan will be filings for documents, programming project events, you know, meeting investor or whatever you want to do. We want to do to make the business more attractive, and finding other US resources. You know, we're gonna start probably talking together, you and me. If you have partner grid, we're gonna have more than 2 persons. So, and once that those kind of business based on county, you qualify to have some appointment with accountant and also attorneys. You know, there is a number of employee I think applied to this program at the SBA, a small business based staff, or I don't know if they take corporation too. We're gonna see how we're gonna work, so we can have appointment to discuss some strategies, to see if they match the law, if we have to certify the strategy, you know. So you can't just start a business without a strategy. You have to strategize every step you are taking along the way. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna put your hand on the wrong place, you know. I hope it's not just something explosive. But as we wise person, as we take informed decision and well-educated decision, we're gonna take time to have the time for due diligence. But mistakes can happen, you know. We have to adjust them. But there is differences between mistakes and mistakes, you know. Mistakes you make because for lack of seriousness are not really acceptable, you know. Mistakes you're gonna make for by choice are not really acceptable. So, but there is mistakes you can see they happen, so we can solve and address them. That's normal things happening on businesses, doing business. So I'm gonna provide tax and other business-based advice. That the last one, which is 6 actual services I'm gonna provide. But it doesn't mean that if you find something and I can add something on it, it's always good to use communication. You know, I write a lot of books on Amazon, and one of them is named The Journey, and I really emphasize that part, that communication, always communication is the key on everything. You know, I can move around you every day, I can make some just like Charlie Chaplin every day, but if I don't communicate with you, I don't tell you what I want to tell you, those gestures, those movements, those stuff mean just nothing, because communication have to be effective. To establish communication, you need to be promptly talking to the right person. Like I'm talking to you now, you know. I'm not talking to someone else, I'm talking to you, not at you. Those are different things. So it's gonna save you time. You know, we live around 100 years maximum as human being, and for different places there is life expectancy like 42 years, stuff like that. 72 for other kind of country. There's people living 100 years a lot, like in Asian parts like China and so on, Japan, because of probably what they eat. I don't know if it's healthy or not, but people live longer on different kind of places. So that's life expectancy. So the main thing I'm trying to have here, communication is key. So whatever we list here I can do, but if you think there is something we have to communicate, it can fit the action plan, it can fit any of this side, or we can add one more side on it. So next, that now you coming to the business, and I'm coming to be a facilitator of business and also having part on the business. You know, you don't just facilitate business for no reason. My main objective on facilitating business is to myself make profit and facilitate the government, the state of the county, to make more taxes, because you gotta have earned income tax for the personal and business-based tax, and also sales tax for your furniture, for office, cars, whatever, And imagine here in Palo Alto, it's 9.37 sales tax. It's almost 10. It's a lot of money. All the time you spend on furniture, all the time you spend on gas, it's there on your small receipt. So those are benefits for the government when there is more businesses. So that's all about my motivation, More money for you, more money for me, more money for the county, state, and federal government. So we all smile. So what you can do, it's coming first with a deposit of 10K, because you won't do any filing going at offices, without paying fees, without paying transportation for yourself or myself, Sometimes we're gonna be together, going to appointments, and it doesn't mean that the first day you open a business you have profit. No, you take an exercise, what we name an accounting cycle, to be able to assess all of that, those gains and so on. I know that some people have filings per quarter and so on, but the whole accounting cycle is around a year, and it depends on when you decide. But most of the people, they close by November, December, January, and March. They start a new exercise, which is a new cycle, March or around April. Reason why the filing season, the end is by April 15. It's for those kind of reasons, because there's a lot of activity restarting, So we're gonna go for the 10K deposit, and we're gonna provide a 5 years minimum business plan. So that's to see how you want to do, how and where are you looking to drive the business. Whatever it's a coffee shop, it's a creme base, I don't know, trying to open a studio with a bunch of artists, R&B, rap, and whatever. It's up to you. You like fishing, the business is all about selling fish, because that's what you do. You sell clothes, I don't know, it's business from everything to everything. It's up to what you have as an idea. We come to facilitate your integration as a business. That is a deposit, a kind of secure deposit, but mostly for proceeding. So it's a 5-year business plan with collateralized assets in case of failure. So when I say collateral assets, it can be a process, we're gonna use if there is failure. What do you think would be the best things to do if we fail 100%? Because whatever you make, the best product in the world can fail for different reasons. Sometimes it didn't fit the market, but it can fit another kind of a market. Let's say 100 blocks down, you open the same business, it start working. It's happened. East and West stuff in US really matter. So we just move from the east side to the west side. Sometimes your business can work, or from the west side to the east side of the same town, your business can work. So it's product market fit, or product or service market fit. Depend on what you say. But in case of failure, what we're gonna collateralize? Do you have a process, or do you want me to build the process around it? So we can do that together and provide a minimum 5 years marketing plan. So I'm gonna add it. I forgot to put plan at marketing. So plan Okay. So because you just don't do business without making noise, and you just don't make noise just with your friends. And just like I said, your friends on business are most suspect than clients, because they want your stuff for free. It's friendship. They won't buy, at least they buy at the beginning, and then they want everything free. You, my friend, come to take some cream for free and you're gonna go bankrupt. So you have to have a marketing plan for customers, not for friends. Friends, it's a good base to start, but it won't be always the same, because if you sell cream, your friends don't eat cream every day. They don't eat cream every hours. They don't eat cream all the time at dinner, lunch, or whatever, breakfast. So they won't do that. At least if you have a commitment, they can do that for some years. If that commitment is out of depth, they're gonna die because they can't eat cream all the time. But God bless, blessing to God, because there is no commitment like that. So they're gonna do the help or the supportive things for a certain time, but you have to build a customer base, online, nationwide, worldwide, depend of the vision you're gonna build. Because I'm really expansionist. I don't like staying at one single place where I can leverage different places for more profit, and also have a way to study better places for profit. And you're gonna end up sometime other location make money than others. If something happens, you can focus in that kind of area, try to learn what to apply on different kind of area. And just like I worked for companies before where they have got different locations, and they found out like certain kind of product was working well at certain places than other, so they start switching things. And some places there wasn't, let's see, there is some place sometimes the concentration of young person is high, so they buy some like short things for, I don't know, like short clothing and so, and the other one there is too much elder people who are old, and they try to have more cozy, more, I don't know, casual things, they don't want to get involved in short things, don't want to show their legs, those kind of things. They old enough to try to hide some part of their life, their body, let's say that. So, and they switch things, so they're gonna send the short to the other location, and they're gonna send the casual things to the other one. So, but it take matrix, it take visualization, it take data science. Reason why I try to see how failures gonna appear in this kind of program, and we're gonna build software, data-driven software for decision making. And we have tools for that, and we can build more tools for that. And then we have the other things gonna provide the planning for product or service creation to attract more customers. It's a good thing to open a business, but it's a really good thing to be creative and to drive your innovation at the highest. It's really help a lot to drive more customers, to feed more people. I mean, people like pocket too, some people open a business, they have fixed price, but you can have different prices fitting different kind of pocket. Now people can't afford to pay too much, so you have product from $1 to anything, 1 million if you want. So it's also a good way to feed the market. So, and the last things would be your 100 next day after the opening, commitment to action and accomplishment. There is nothing gonna hurt you here. You can even fail, and we're gonna redefine another one. But like I said, there is mistakes and failures and failures. Reason why here your commitment and action and accomplishment have to be realistic, based on your knowledge, based on appreciation of the business and the market, and you're gonna write down what you feel you're gonna accomplish to make the business to be a great one by the next 100 days after the opening. So those are things you're gonna do out here. So don't forget, everything here can happen to have some mistakes, but we can solve them. But there is mistakes yourself you can't tolerate, and we have to address that the right way. But I know after doing a lot of meeting, after meeting a lot of people, you're gonna feel the level of seriousness growing, because that's how people do business around the world, in US, every state, and so on, to make money. At least you try just to play comedy. I will advise you to meet with Trevor Noah or Kevin Hart or any other comedian here to make it your job as a professional. So you're gonna make money out of it. It's because they take it serious too. Even comedy is something to take serious. So but here we are not involved in that kind of things. We're not professional comedian, we're businessmen. I mean, if you are listening to this, that means you're interested in business. For me, you're intrinsically already a businessman. What comes next is to open a business and making money, because business is all about making money. Just like I used to say to people, this business for me and you, it's a reason to drive it at the highest for profit. Now, because we have 70 and 30%, and like I said, if we make $0, so 70 and 30% of $0, my friend, it's zero. So all assets, whatever time, it's all about zero. Reason why we need this kind of planning, knowing what we have to do and knowing what other people have to do really makes sense. And probably we're going to define things like how to structure the organization, which kind of person can do what, but by starting at how the CEO program 730 is made. And for you and everybody who have interest on doing business to come in, and I welcome you all for a short discussion and a lot of long one. Have a nice and wonderful day. And my name is Ray Herman Ongosio Liwa. I'm US federal tax professional and life coach with tax advices, and also a scientist. Have a nice and wonderful day. God bless.